Earlier, I have three techniques that I'm going to walk you through, and if you follow what I'm about to share, your call center life will be a lot easier. That is a guarantee. I want to go through everything in detail, and at the end, I have a request of you. Actually, two requests. First, please let me wait until the end. I'll answer all questions in great detail. And two, I want to share a great resource that has had an amazing effect on my success in the call center industry. I really think that you're going to love it. So let's talk about the first one, which is stack ranking. Using this tactic is really easy and very effective. It brings out the competitive nature in your employees and allows you or your frontline leaders to easily identify who on your team needs additional coaching. The process is completed on a spreadsheet. Basically, you stack rank your employees based on the key metrics that are important to your business. This exercise is objective and completely based on results. Let's take a look at a sample stack ranking. And here I basically just, on the left-hand column, you have the associates, and then on the right, the columns to the right, you'll basically list your KPIs or the things that are important to your business. And then you put the results in there. In this example, we're rating associates based on sales and attendance. Once you have your associates ranked based on performance, then you need to categorize them as either A, B, or C. General rule is 20% are A's, 60% are B's, and 20% are C's. And I'll show what I mean by that in a minute. But when I say stack ranking, I basically mean once you have all your associates or reps listed, you rank in order, and you just do a data sort in Excel. So let's talk about the A, B, and C's. So remember I talked about 20%. So this would be your A's. This would be your B's. And the bottom third would be your C's. So basically the overall goal is to focus on improving the C associates through coaching. So we're going to focus on the C's, and we'll look to focus on impacting this bottom third and try to improve those people. To experience amazing results, you simply stack rank your team and coach the C reps. Repeat this on a weekly or bi-weekly cycle and continue to coach the C reps. Goal is to see improvement and pushing the performance bar up. And what I mean by that is it's almost like you're rolling things up. If you're always focusing on the C's and making them better, then eventually your B's, basically your B's will become C's and you'll start coaching them. So as you roll this and as months pass, the team continues to get better and continues to get better. So you're actually at a point where you're coaching what would have been 3 months ago the top B's, and now they're the C's because everybody's getting better. So that's basically the stack ranking, and pretty easy and simple process to follow. And I know it's rudimentary or sophomoric to some of you, but I've seen some amazing results by simply doing that and sharing those results with the reps. So let's talk about coaching through self-discovery, because this is one of the, it's not often taught, but it's really the easiest way, and it's the best way to create buy-in and commitment from your agents, your reps, or your associates. And basically, there's a process you follow. Basically, it's the purpose, self-assessment, you offer feedback, recap, you check for understanding, and you get commitment. So there are 6 steps using the self-discovery model to self-discovery to coaching model. Using this method, you can create buy-in, which only improves results. Let's take a look at each one individually. So let's talk about purpose. Explain the purpose of the coaching or feedback. I'm here to help you improve on whatever the particular metric might be. We are here to go over several of your calls. Let's discuss how we can improve your AHT. Pretty simple, right? So let's talk about self-assessment. Ask for team members' assessment of their performance, getting their feedback or getting their thoughts. Do you remember this call? What did you do well? Is there anything you would do differently? Pretty simple. Let's talk about offer feedback. Use the name of the person you are addressing. Be timely. Be specific. Tell how you feel. And that's it's pretty. I mean, this process is really simple, but it's incredibly effective. So let's talk about recap. Show agreement. Use examples like, I agree with you on the specific area they did well. I agree with you on the specific area of improvement. Straightforward. Let's talk about checking for understanding. It's important that you follow up immediately by checking for understanding. Can you see why this is important to our customers and our business? Get commitment. So basically, you talk about why you're sitting there, the purpose. You follow through the self-assessment. You offer your feedback, and you get their feedback. Then you recap. Then you check for understanding, and then you get commitment. And this is where the buy-in process starts. Take the next big step. Get commitment. What are we going to do going forward? How should this area change? Let them tell you. This is important. I mean, and this is really simple, because if you make this a two-way conversation rather than assuming I'm the supervisor and I'm just talking at you and telling you all the things that you need to do, you're going to shut down, right? But if I have a two-way conversation and we're going back and forth and we're talking about the particular issue and discussing how we can improve that particular issue, and then getting commitment and having the associate take ownership of, yeah, I'm going to do this. Well, they're going to follow through and they're going to do it most of the time, not all the time, but a good portion of the time. So this is an incredibly effective process to use. Following these steps in a coaching or feedback session creates consistency and builds commitment to change and improvement. Leading the representative through this process strengthens understanding and builds ownership to improve performance. So let's talk about the next step of goal setting. SMART goals to drive performance. There's probably many of the folks that are on this webinar have heard about SMART goals before and may even use them, but basically SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Writing goals for yourself, your team, or your individual team members can be a daunting task when approached without direction. The SMART goal structure is a proven method to create a goal that is reasonable and easy to follow, and that's the key. So let's talk about specific. Goals should be straightforward and emphasize what you want to happen. Be specific in setting the goal. Setting the goal has a greater impact than a general or broad goal. Specific goals have a greater likelihood of being accomplished. So a general goal, get in shape. Specific goal, join a health club and work out 3 days a week. So to help you set the specific goal, use the 6 whys. Who is involved? What is it to you, your team, or the team members want or needs to accomplish? Where will the goal be accomplished? When will the goal be accomplished by? Why are we setting the goal? Why is it important? What is the reason, purpose, or benefits to accomplishing the goal? And how will the goal be accomplished? Let's talk about measurable. Establish concrete criteria for measuring goals creates benchmarks for achievement within that goal. By setting measurements for the goal, we'll keep the goal on track. If you can't measure it, it can't be managed. To determine if your goal is measurable, ask questions such as, how much? How many? How will I know when it is accomplished? Attainable. If a goal is too far out of reach, you may not maintain the full commitment necessary to achieve it. You may start with good intentions, but become discouraged by the lack of immediate results. For example, completing a marathon may not be an achievable goal if you've never run before. However, completing a 5K run may be attainable. The goal should be challenging yet attainable. Ask yourself, is this goal within reasonable reach? Can I attain this goal if I put forth the proper effort? Remember, once you have achieved this goal, you may want to set a new goal to challenge yourself even further. Let's talk about relevant. The goal you set should be relevant to your success in a specific area, whether it be work, health, or home life. Tying the goal to something that is important to you will build your commitment to achieving it. If you are helping someone else set a SMART goal, the relevance tells them what's in it for me and connects their successes to something bigger. To ensure the goal is relevant, ask, how will achieving this goal affect my overall success in this specific area of my life, and how will my success in this goal affect those around me, my team, my department, my company. Make sure it's time bound. The goal must have a time frame for completion and for benchmarks. Being able to track your progress over time encourages you to keep going and reach your goal. Stating an end point for achievement gives you a target to work towards. Without a set completion date, the goal becomes vague and commitment may waver. So let me give you an example. I will spend 45 minutes each day this month walking on the treadmill. When does this goal need to be accomplished? When is my timeline for success? How often will I check my progress? How much time will I spend on each day?